So let's get straight into it. Now I'm going to put it out there, and I'm going to first of all say, look, I am in no way, shape, or form a supporter of Don. I'm not. I don't like him. He's got a history of being dodgy as fuck. There's questions surrounding sexual abuse accusations by his own niece. We know that he is a career criminal. But, and this is what doesn't sit with me, and I want you to hear me out and let me know what you think. But please do watch the whole video, because, like I say, there is quite a lot to unpack. And I want to I studied criminal psychology. It was something that I originally wanted to go into, and I obtained a degree in that, but subsequently went elsewhere. But that's not the point. But look, I feel that to a degree I'm qualified to look at something and take what others can from it and paint a picture. So let's look. This call, or this was apparently a call between Candace and a new friend, that she had turned around and said she felt Don could potentially have something to do with Summer's disappearance, okay? So I think to myself, look, if this call happened, which I can't see why it wouldn't have happened, what was the point in bringing it up in the first place? There was no real reason to it. But what it does do is it says that, does Candace truly have Don's back? So if they were working together as a couple and they were both devious and this was something that they had both arranged and were both involved in, then they wouldn't be throwing each other under the bus. From what I can see from the Summer disappearance with regards to Don, I haven't really seen anything that has proven that you could say, look, this guy did something. This guy did something. I know there's speculation surrounding child services attending the property the following day. But again, that's not been proven. And generally, child services wouldn't make an appointment to say, look, we're going to come on this specific day. They would literally just turn up out of the blue. That's part of their power, I suppose, that they literally can turn up. And, I could be wrong. I'm in the UK, you guys are in the US, and maybe they do make appointments, and maybe that is a significant piece of information. But personally, I'm looking at Don himself. And look, like I say, I'm not a supporter of Don, but he has supported Candace. He has supported her, but he has given clues to certain things. And it's these clues that we need to pick up on and understand. Because what we need to understand is, if Candace was indeed the perpetrator, then she wouldn't have been able to do it alone. So let's start with the facts that we know. So on that day, we know that Summer spent the first part of that day with her. That's what Candace has said, and she has got video evidence to support that. And there is also supposedly, albeit minimal, proof that she did indeed at least venture to some of the claimed places that she said she did on that day, and apparently Summer was seen in the car. We also know that the woodcutters nearby, the tree trimmers, whatever they were, they also claim to have seen Summer in the car. So the story that Candace has said with regards to going out, doing the bits and pieces they had to have, and going to the swimming hole was indeed feasible. It's feasible that happened. And let's say that the picture that was taken on the way back, even though it looks like Summer is in dire straits, which she could well be, because that could be part of this. But let's say they got back to the house. They got back there. They're at the house. So at this point, Candace is still the last of Don and Candace to see Summer. Now, Candace done an interview with Chris at the water, the swimming hole. At least I didn't say fucking fishing hole, but swimming hole. And he asked her what she thought had happened. And if you listen to that interview, she states that she believes that Summer was taken. She believes that someone was taken off of the property. Now, in that interview, he asked about Summer and whether she would wander off, and Candace said no. She told him that there was dangerous snakes in the woods, there's bears, there's shit out there that's going to kill you if you go in the woods, and because of that, they didn't go in the woods. So if that is accurate, and again, this is information from Candace, so if Candace isn't lying and that is accurate, that would then say, look, Summer hasn't wandered off, so that categorically means that someone has had to come onto the premises and up to the house to grab Summer. And this has got to be done without anybody seeing anything or hearing anything, both coming in, both going out, leaving, and disappearing off the face of the planet. You with me so far? We know that there is a period of time, and it's not Don's time per se, because Don is apparently at work. So it's Candace's time, because Candace has said that she went home. She got home, they were planting flowers. There's no videos, there's no pictures, there's no nothing uploaded, and we know, again, fact, that Candace loved a video. She loved a video, she loved a picture. And don't you just think, with the thousands of pictures, and bearing in mind she'd already shown that she was in that mood for getting her phone out and taking pictures, she even took a picture of Summer sitting in the car with her arm up, apparently, to say how cute the position was. Do you know what I mean? So this woman will take a fucking picture or a video if someone sneezes and it looks funny. But apparently, from the swimming hole to getting home and having all this family time and planting flowers, she didn't take one video, she didn't take one picture. And again, this is Candace's time. This is not Don's time. This is Candace's time. Summer is then reported missing. And it's Candace's story, because it's the house, that doesn't sit right. Is Summer in the house? Did she go in the house? Was she not in the house? Did she go outside? Did the boys... You see what I mean? You've seen it, you've heard it, you've been here longer than probably what I have. So you already know what I'm talking about when I say that there are elements of the story from the house that don't ring true. Now, look. We then know that she called Don, and there was this conversation. And Don had come back, and he turned round, and his heart sank, and he felt that Summer had been abducted. Now, why would Don think that? I go back, I asked this question before. Why would Don's gut feeling be abduction? Now, I'm not saying it's not unusual, but bearing in mind that where they live and everything, it's a difficult thing to comprehend. It's a difficult thing to understand that early on. You may do later on, when you've ruled out the fact that Summer could have wandered off. She very easily could have wandered off. And why do we know she could wander off? Because there is evidence that Summer did venture further afield than Candace said. So was Candace lying then as well? So again, this is Candace's story slowly falling apart. We then have the fact that, look, Summer has gone now. She's gone. So we're now moving after the event. And again, all we see is Don reciting the fucking Bible. And, you know, you could... is there guilt there? He has spoken about the fact that he believes that she would do nothing to hurt her children, but she has friends that are unsavory. So we say that. Which brings me into the next part of this story. And that is that Candace does have some very unsavory friends. You may remember the video on David and Robert Britt. Now this is information that both I have and Crystal over at Crystal's Crime Time. And I will tell you now that later on, Crystal will be contacting a member of the Britt family. And there will be a discussion had. We're going to put some questions together today, and they will be sent in order to get some answers. But let's just say that the Britt family, who live very, very close by, and was the property where Summer's footprints were found close to, they are very, very dangerous people. Not slightly dangerous, they are incredibly dangerous people. And already we know that at least one family member from their family, which would appear to be Robert Britt's daughter, has vanished off the face of the planet. So just keep that on the back burner. Now, we also know that Candace is very, very motivated by money. She had raised about Don being abusive prior to Summer's disappearance. Said that she was scared. Her mum had said that she was scared, which shows that her mum, even at that stage, was willing to step in and support Candace all the way. She was all in, and they were throwing Don under the bus then. They even mentioned the pistol, which basically ended up where Don is now. Let's not forget that. Don is in prison now, basically because of this situation. So, Don is out the way. And what do we see? We see that part of that, he did come back, but she got a new vehicle out of it. So again, that's how we know she's motivated by money and possessions. This dangerous person, apparently, but he buys her a car and he's not dangerous anymore. So look, you got to make your fucking mind up, Candace. Either he's dangerous and you're scared for your mum and you're scared for your kids, or you want a new fucking car. You can't have everything. Do you know what I mean? You can't have it all. But look, this appears to be the Candace show. That video, which is now the next bit, when you look at the video, which is the Summer dancing in front of the for sale barrel. Now, someone took that video and somebody was directing Summer's movements in that video. For you that don't want to hear it, I don't give a shit, because that's a fact. That video it was filmed, it was edited, it was cropped, it was manipulated to display a certain thing within that video. And the main two elements that just happened to be there is a massive, great 45-gallon drum with for sale written on it, and a little girl jumping about in the rain with a little dress on, being told how to dance, where to dance, and that's it. If you can tell me that that is 100% innocent with nothing wrong with it, then you obviously haven't read the shit that I've read. But look, now in the background of that video there was a yellow car, and that yellow car, I believe, would belong to Don Wells' work colleague Dudley, which would show that on that day that video was taken, it is highly probable that Don and Dudley are at work. They've gone in Don's truck, and Dudley's car has been left at the property, which it was many times. Which would say that someone else took that video, which is either going to be Grandis or Candace, because they should be the only ones who are there and who should be in that position. So look, when you look back, you look at Candace trying to throw Don under the bus. Candace was the last of the parents to see Summer alive. She's taken videos up to when Summer apparently disappeared, but with a missing period of time that there is no real explanation as to why there wouldn't be pictures. She said that she was planting flowers. I touch on it. Where's the pictures? Where's the evidence? Don't say that your battery run out on your phone or something, because we know you use your phone to call Don and yada yada yada. I can see where this is going to head, but look, this has got more holes in it that surrounds Candace than it does Don. She's got dangerous friends. She's motivated by money. She would have a lot to gain if Don was sent down, and he was sent down still thinking that he had a supporter in Candace and she weren't the one that shot him. There's 11 acres of land there. There's a property. That property is probably worth close to $400,000, around that sort of figure that she would basically end up with. She's doing the property up. She's having Benny, I love you darling, Keys over to help her do this. And you've got to ask yourself, look, does this look right? She is she seems to be happy in the spotlight when people are out and they're on her. She seems absolutely fine. People are saying, look, since Don's been sent down, she's thriving. Candace is happier. She's happier. Life's great. They're doing the house up. They're having their friends around. They're doing it all. Your fucking daughter's missing, and by your own admission, you said that you feel in your heart that someone has taken your little girl and is withholding her from you, which means that your daughter could every day be suffering some horrors, and you don't seem that bothered about it. You actually seem very happy that Summer and Don are out of the equation. And as it stands at the moment, the boys are even out of the equation. Let me know what you think, because the more you look at this, Don ain't no angel. He's no angel. 100% he's no angel. But I'm telling you something, Candace, I think she's far, far worse.